Just want to say, a lot of the time people are sitting there saying, oh, you slate Rita too much, you hate on Rita too much, all that kind of stuff. And I don't think I've ever really mentioned my thoughts about Rita. It's basically got every other ride round it. We don't worry about Rita. Might as well remove Rita while I'm at it. Oh, I hate on Rita a lot. So here's my proposition. Hello and welcome to a video that I've been wanting to do for some time now. It's pretty much, there's this one ride that, if you know my channel, you know, oh, I love it, I really do. But to be honest, this coaster I have slated to the point where it probably does seem like it is one of my worst coasters, because I do say a lot about it. I've said about its removal multiple times. So I've had the last minute idea, as you know, very organised, as I always am. I've had the idea to actually take you guys through a POV. It'll be to my left, obviously you'll see it on screen anyway as I go through it, and yeah, we'll just go through it. I'll tell you parts of the ride that I dislike, pretty much the entire thing. Yeah, we'll get into it. So, would you believe this is actually a POV from the official park? I don't think you would. It is pointed 45° upwards. I respect the effort, Alton Towers, but there's people doing better POVs than you when... Oh, this sounds really ungrateful. I respect the effort, as I said, but a lot of people will realise some of the POVs they did release, not the best. Although, to be fair, I say that. But if I was to record a POV, it would probably literally just be me. Hang on, it would probably be me with the phone, just going the whole time. Oh, that's made my phone actually shake. I don't condone filming on rides. You shouldn't do that. Especially if it's not within park rules, which Alton Towers it is not, so don't film on rides. I don't even have a camera in this phone case, so technically I'm not filming on the ride or insinuating that, so don't do it. I've just realised this video was made on the 1st of April, or uploaded on the 1st of April. So, there you go, let's have a look at some of the comments. For those that didn't know, today... Wait. Hold up. Was I not aware that it... Is it actually that? Hang on. This backs up my point more. So, we've got the launch lights with the launch sequence. That's obviously kind of you must escape. That's actually alright, to be honest. I'll give Alton Towers that. The launch audio is quite good, although stealth's is better. So, we've got the red lights, the green. What I do like about Rita's launch, though, is that, as you can see here, it's already red, but it goes, which is kind of the element of surprise that you kind of expect from a launch. It makes it more surprising when it's, say, stealth is 3, 2, 1, go, go. On the second go, it goes, which is a bit more, I guess, anticipation, whereas this is a bit of a surprise because you're expecting it to go green, then go, but there you go, that's good part on that one, good part on that one. Right, so we go down the launch straight. Haven't really said much about Rita's launch. Rita's a better launch coaster than Red Force. Rita's a better launch coaster than Red Force. Leave. So we head down the launch straight. And then we bank quickly to the right, kind of 180-degree turn up into like an airtime, S-bendy, overbank thing. And that's a really good element name. But yeah, the launch straight, it's not the best launch in the world, but it's not the worst. Take, for instance, Icon's launches. Now, I know I am one of those people who does say, to those who do say, Icon's slow, the launches should be faster. I am one of those people who do say, well, it's just to propel it to do the rest of the layout, which is true. But if you're comparing Rita's launch to Icon's launch, I'd take Rita's over it. It's more of a surprise, obviously faster acceleration. And it's a... All of this is going to be a contradiction to everything I've ever said in my life. It's not that bad of a launch. Oh, again, we can't even see the track. Alton Towers, we do. Bank round to the right, which is a nice whip into it. If it wasn't so headbangy a lot of the time, then I'd be fine with that. But it is quite headbangy, so we go up into this quite quick, up and over. We're obviously banking right, come up, and then we're banking left downwards. It's not that bad of an element. It's quite a whippy transition, but it's, in my opinion, I don't feel the airtime on it. It's just, you go over, you go round. I don't really feel the whip or the airtime from it. I know a lot of people say Rita has good airtime, but I don't see that, but that's just me. Bank round over 13's queue line, the better ride in the Dark Forest, may I just say. Oh, another airtime moment, which again, I don't feel airtime on. It just happens, if you get what I'm saying. And then we bank round to the right once again, losing speed over the entrance sign to 13. Should we Photoshop that? Do something with it. I want to edit something over that. Let me edit Rita going over it. Go on. I edit my own videos. I've put work to myself. But edit it. Look, it's going over. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. That is really cool. Go bank a little bit to the left. This is the only bit I understand when people say they get airtime, because this hill, as you can see, you can actually see the track for once in this POV. Oh my god. It kind of hops into the brake run and suddenly stops. It's... I don't mean to sound like I do in most videos, but that's probably one of the best bits of the ride, going into the brake run like that, because it pops you out your seat. It's like Red Force's brake run. It kind of slows you down quite a lot, and then it does that little bunny hop, but you get airtime on it because it's like throws you into the brakes, which is kind of what it does here. So props to Rita. And then we have a little bank round. This is quite a nice bit of the ride, to be honest. It's a nice ending. It's not just brake run into station. It's a nice bank round, down, and into the final brake run. There you go. And then please exit to the left. There is no escape. No, that's the wrong ride. So, my overall opinion on Rita, it is not the best ride in the world, but it's also not the worst. I act a lot of the time on these videos. You saw at the start, I slate it a lot, but it isn't that bad. It's not god-awful, but it's not the best in the park. And in my opinion, every single coaster around it, Spinball Whizzer, bit questionable on whether it tops Rita or not, but I'd say every other main thrill coaster in the park I prefer over this. But yeah, I think it's not... I don't know how to say it, because I know I'm just going to contradict myself in other videos, but it's not the worst ride ever. It's just not great. It has a better ride next to it, 13. Personally think the launch at the end of 13 is better than the launch on Rita, but I digress. But yeah, the restraints aren't the best on it. I know obviously Stealth has them as well, so it would obviously benefit a lot more if it had lap bars, but that's obviously something they probably won't end up doing in the future, but it'd be nice to see. It's just a bit rattly and a bit... it's over too quickly to enjoy it, in my opinion. This is why I slate it so much, because you just... it's one of those rides you go in and forget how good it was. Not that it was good at all. Bear in mind, this is my opinion. I personally don't enjoy this ride as much as someone else may. Like, I've heard people think this is the best at Towers, which I know opinions are opinions. Overall, Rita, it has some decent elements, I guess. It's got a good launch. It's got a good surprise element with the pre-launch as well. And then some of the transitions, I'm just looking on the screen here, some of the transitions whipping over, they're not the best. In my opinion, I don't really get much airtime from them. But as I said, the pop into the brake run, that's quite good. And yeah, I'd just say replace it with an Intamin blitz or something, because personally I think that would be a lot better than what is there right now. So there you go, that is the Rita review, done and dusted. I've finished it. What was that? I went like that and then went, what am I doing? But yeah, that's the Rita review done. If you want to see any other reviews of coasters that I maybe have slated in the past or rated very highly, feel free to leave them in the comments if you want to see any more. I have all the time in the world right now. It's locked down, it's perfectly fine. There's nothing better to do than review rides that I've slated in the past. Could do Blue Tornado. So that is it. Thank you for watching. Of course, it is my personal opinion, so don't take it too much to heart of what I've said. It is, as I said, my opinion, so anything you guys may think about, if you think it's the best coaster at Towers, then fair enough. I ain't going to have a problem with that. I just don't personally see it as that, so there you go. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Rita is a better launch coaster than Red Force.